Hello, I'm Stephen A, and welcome to another review. This time, we're doing Rob Zombie's 3 from Hell. I was really disappointed by it. People don't like Lords of Salem, and I loved Lords of Salem, and I loved 31, and I even loved the Halloween movies. So, I guess we don't see eye to eye on some things. But if you didn't like 3 from Hell, I can agree with you. It was a piece of shit. House of a Thousand Corpses, I first saw at a very young age, and I thought it was weird, and I didn't like it that much. And then a couple years later, Devil's Rejects came out, and I loved it, which made me love House of a Thousand Corpses. Now, all these years, and 3 from Hell comes out. I like to mention that Sid Haig, who played Captain Spaulding, was barely in this, and he was very thin. You could see him in it. He's very thin. And I believe he was sick, and he died recently, but he was sick. And that's very sad. So that's why he wasn't in this. But because he wasn't in this, it didn't feel like a Devil's Rejects movie, even with Bill Moseley and Sherry Moon Zombie. I noticed a trend with his movies. House of a Thousand Corpses, the old man died before he could see it. Devil's Rejects, the guy that played Tiny died, I think, before he could see Devil's Rejects. And now Sid Haig dies on this one. So there seems to be like a fucking curse with Rob Zombie movies, or at least the Devil's Rejects thing. As a fan of Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses, I wanted to love this movie. But the storyline was just fucking stupid. I mean, they got shut up pretty good in Devil's Rejects, so the fact that they came back is just ridiculous regardless. But if you're gonna bring them back, at least do a good movie with it. And I'm sorry, this shit was just not fucking. I thought that at least it was original and not a remake or a reboot. But this shit was just fucking weak. So Otis and Baby escape prison, and they kill Captain Spaulding by, I believe, lethal injection or whatever the fuck, or electrocute him, whatever. So they killed him off, and then Baby and Otis run in. Otis has like a friend that's like a brother, and it's played by the actor, I believe it's Richard Brake. And I loved Richard in a lot of other movies. He was in Halloween 2. He was in Mandy and Doom, and he's a great actor. And he was in 31, and he was as Doomhead. So he's a great actor. But this one, there was nothing new or unique about him. It was just the same bullshit of him smiling and acting fucking crazy. And they didn't really push the envelope with this one. He didn't really push it that much. Like, there wasn't anything really extravagant about it. It was pretty basic. And it's like, you can go back and watch Devil's Rejects and kind of be shocked. So for this one, it was more milder and tamed than I think Rob would have usually have wanted to do. I don't know. The ending was the worst part. The ending. So this Hispanic dude, they killed Danny Trejo's character. Otis did. And if you remember him in Devil's Rejects, Danny Trejo was one of the hired hitmen. And they kill him in this one. And his son is looking for revenge. So they kill his son at the end. Baby, Otis, and I forgot the other character's name, but who's played by Brake. But they catch him on fire and kill him, and then that's just the end of the movie. That's it. That's the end of the movie. And it's like the second one just had, Devil's Rejects had a good ending. It's a good ending. This one, I thought like either they're gonna really all die this time. No, they just go to Mexico, and that's it. And that's it. And they were even kind of remembering Sid Haig in the movie, so it was kind of like a premonition. I wonder if Rob Zombie really just killed his ass. I don't know. But I think this is Rob Zombie's worst movie. This is Rob Zombie's worst movie. I still bought it and watched it, and I still like it. But at the same time, like, it's just. It didn't need to be made. And with Sid Haig not being able to be in it that much, should not have been made. Should have been left alone, Devil's Rejects. But. And it got a limited release. Not many theaters played it. It didn't play in theaters too long. So this movie is obviously for big fans of Three from Hell or from Rob Zombie movies. So if you're a Rob Zombie movie fan or a Rob Zombie fan, you're probably gonna like it like I do. But at the same time, if we're gonna break it down, this is the worst one. I think Devil's Rejects was even better than House of 1000 Corpses, but this one. It was weak. It was really weak. And the story didn't really solve anything, so there could possibly be a fourth one now. And it just didn't need to be made. I'm Stephen Ang, signing out. I think I have a tumor.